When was the moment when you realized, okay, we have product market fit? Like, okay, this is working.
I think the way the story is supposed to go is, startup starts and then like there's an initial bump and then it dies down and then everything's kind of flat forever. And then you're almost running out of money and then you figure something out and then it goes like this. That's the normal story. But that wasn't our story. Our story is like we had an initial bump and then it looks like a perfect exponential curve ever since then. It just like it was very smooth, which is unusual. But one thing I remember is, so when we launched, we were in private beta, and during private beta, we didn't charge. A year later, we were in public beta. Anybody could sign up, but we still didn't charge. And then a year after that, we started charging.
Yeah, 2017, right?
Yeah. And then between public beta and us starting to charge, we actually were getting complaints from people. So Microsoft, I think, is the person who complained. Basically, they said, hey, we really need you to start charging money. We were like, why do you want us to charge money? We're worried that if you don't charge money, that you're not a real business. And if you're not a real business, we really can't use you because you're going to go out of business. And then what are we going to do? That was like a really big signal that what we had was valuable. Somebody's saying, please charge us money, right?
Let us pay. You said it was exponential curve from the beginning, but was that a moment when you actually said, we are stuck?
Our story is not that typical. There's never really that crisis moment. There are small, tiny crises, but they were always small.
That's good for stress. Bad for storytelling, but really good for really good for your life.
That's right. That's right. It's going to make your video boring, but it made my life less boring. Every year, Figma was like a little more popular. And there was this one year where it just felt a little bit more like, oh, we're maybe over the hump. That was the year where multiple people for Halloween, they dressed up as Figma for Halloween.
Oh, wow.
Right? It'd be like a cursor with like a multiplayer name or whatever. Or everybody on their team would have a different multiplayer cursor. I feel very fortunate that we work on something that people really identify with.